breathless when we first met. Couldn't keep my hands away. I was speechless when we first met. Yeah, you took the pain away. Didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you, to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's you, right next to you, to you, next to you, next to you. Next to you, right next to you, to you, next to you, next to you, next to you. Never thought I'd feel this high. The sky has never felt this close, and when you kiss me, I can't believe that I am yours and you are mine. You took the pain away, didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you, to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's you, right next to you, to you, next to you, next to you, next to you. Who would have thought I'd be up on cloud nine? I would never take our love for granted. Love how you make me feel alive when you're with me. Took the pain away, didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you, to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's you, right next to you, to you, next to you.
Well, hello, my dear plannerets. How are we all? Are we good? Let me go and turn off my music. How are you? I missed you. Did you miss me? I missed you. I really did. Honestly, I did. I could tell that I had missed you because my week was all over the place, but here I am. Now, do let me know that the volume is good. I know sometimes when I play it back and it's a little bit softer, so hopefully it is good. Hello, Steph. How are you, Marsha? Hello, May. Woo, woo, woo. Exactly, exactly. Oh, this is fancy. Have I played around with my settings here? Let me quickly have a look. March is here, Stephanie's here, Angela, hello, buonasera a tutti. Is that right? I hope I'm saying it beautifully. Oh, my voice is already gone and we haven't even started. I do appreciate you all being here. Let me just make sure, because that looks fantastic, but I think it might take over my little, all the stuff. Let me see how I can go and change this. Maybe a bubble. Oh, that's cute. I like that one. That's a cute one. All right. So how are you all now? I don't know if you saw the thumbnail for this video. I have changed my planners again. What are we? Only on the 4th month of the year, halfway through April, and I've already changed my mind from when I first purchased the Hobonichi planners. We missed you also. Oh, thank you so much, Marsha. I did. I really did. I'll talk to you guys more about what happened, with me not having my community starting my week off. So it is Monday here in Sydney, Australia. Let me know where you are tuning in from. It is 5:30 a.m. So happy Sunday afternoon, evening, Monday morning, wherever you are in the world. Now, if I play with my glasses a little bit, it's because one of these nosy thingy broke. So there's the, I don't know if you can see that, and so it's a little bit wonky on my nose, and so hopefully it stays on and I can see, because it's really important. Um, May says, that's okay. I changed too. Yes, yes. And Marsha says that change is the spice of life. Exactly. So true indeed. All right, well, let's get my planner in on this lovely video of ours. So actually, I originally purchased these are the Travelers Company um, notebooks. This is the passport size, named so because it is the same size as a passport. So technically this is, as the name says, travelers, is this is the folder or planner that you would normally take if you're traveling. So your passport, I guess, would go in there, and your boarding passes and tickets and everything else. And because I am a sucker for sales and all these lovely loyalty points that you get when you purchase way too much from any type of store that you have, they get you with those lovely discounts off. So I got a discount off. And so I went, well, we can't let it go by without taking advantage of it. So, hello, Veronica. How are you? Nice to see you here. Thank you so much for joining me. Stern the man. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Now, for those of you that don't know, Stan X is a fantastic artist that draws on like iPads and all these great Dungeons and Dragons cartoon like. So I like following his channel as well, because then you get to see all these different drawing techniques. So I love it. All right. So this is the Travelers Company, or they shorten it, I guess, Travelers Notebooks in two sizes: passport, and then this is the standard or the regular, as they say. So I am going to go through this and show you what it is that I have, what I'm going to be using it for. So I am in between my Hobonichi planners as well as my A5 planners. So I'm all over the place for April, but that's okay, because, we got to figure out what works for us, right? I don't work today, was missing you. Yes, I know, I missed you all so much. All right, so now, why am I changing? Because I just I love to change stuff. I get bored easily. And as part of, what I'm learning with regards to neuroscience and how the brain works, we're always looking for novelty. We're always looking for the next shiny thing. And because I am a visual person, of course, and lover of planners, now that there's an opportunity that I can actually visit a physical stationery store that's stock these planners, where I can touch it, I can open it, you can test it, you can test the page, have a look at it. It's very enticing that way. So if you ever feel like your current planner is not working for you, whether productivity wise, or, you're not meeting your self care or well being goals, I'm going to talk to you about pros and cons about changing planners. So that on that way, if you are in a position at the moment where you go, the planner that I have isn't working for me, have a weigh the pros and cons and see which one, whether it is something that you are able to do, because of course changing planners also comes along with a cost. So really important, we do take note of that. So today you're in luck, and you're going to see into my brain as to why I am changing planners, and how I think it'll help boost my productivity, my efficiency, and just really having something new and fun to play with. And who doesn't love all the fun stuff to play with? So make sure you do stick around, so then you get to know if it is. And look, I'm already spitting. I'm so excited. I'm spitting away at my new planner. So this is leather. So let's quickly have a look. Okay, so we'll do a quick planner flip. Okay, so then you guys get to know. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and then that way I can answer them for you. Now, either I am very new to it, so I may not know all the ins and outs of the actual planner itself, but really it doesn't matter how everyone else is using a particular planner, right? It's important how you use it and how well it fits within your life, the season you are in, whether you're busy, you're, taking on new projects. So it's really, really important that you use it for your own needs, not how everyone else is using it. Actually love seeing the different formats. Thank you, May. Yeah, I do too. And look, I've sort of like given in on the fact that I am a particular content creator with particular planners. So of course, there are people that follow me because of my A5 ring planners, my personal size planners. When I first started on Instagram, I used digital planners on my iPad, and then I discovered, and then Filofax came along, and then in November I purchased the Hobonichi, and now I'm in Traveler's Notebook. So at first I felt guilty that I'm creating different type of contents, but my thing is the essence of the channel and the content that I create is not so much the planner, the physical planner itself, or even like the planner pages. It's the I've already used the word essence, but the functionality of it and how it works well with the way you want to plan. So hopefully you will get some ideas and inspirations. Steph says, me as well. Sorry for the radio silence. Rushing back home and driving. Absolutely love the change up. Keep things interesting. Yeah, and so of course, maybe I'm so excited. I'm spitting away. Maybe in May I might go back I might get bored with this. So please don't hold that against me, because as in my Plan with Purpose 8 weeks transformative journey course that I am, teaching, is the change is constant. So we got to go expect that there's going to be change. And so that's where it is. So Traveler's Company passport size. This is the color camel. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so then you can see it a little bit better. This is the pen holder. This is now all the details I do have in the description below. So it is in my Amazon storefront and the affiliate link. So this is the brass pencil. So then the way it works, and then you just go and then it becomes a normal size pencil. And then you can also get refills for the eraser. So then sometimes I like to actually take notes using pencil rather than, especially for brain dumping. So if you're like me that loves to use pencil, this has a nice hefty weight. So then that, and then this, you can just go and do a refill. Wow, it is quite a long, there we go, do a refill. So this is a good one for, if you're doing some drawings or note taking. And then of course the cover, and then that just goes on there. So of course these are individual accessories and they do add up. So again, when we talk about the cons of changing your planners, one of the things is of course whether you have to purchase additional things like pen holder. And then these are the clear pockets, zip pockets. So I have two versions here. So one side is the zipper, so I've got some money in there, because I also do use this as a wallet. And so I just pop that in my bag, and I've got all my cards in there. So these two clear zip pockets act as a wallet for my notes. And then on this one I have so this is a full pocket here, and at the back individual pockets. I've got my little post-it note. I've added some little tabs here. These are from Daiso here in Australia, and I know they have international stores. I do have my task cards in here. I will play around with this because all the different things that's on here have changed. So whether it's the order it's in, so I will put in let me take that down. Let me take my notes. I'll put in the description how you can make your own task cards using laminated sheets, and these are those what are they called, flags, sticky flags, task cards. So let me just pop that down so I don't and then of course some other little prompts. So that tells you exactly how I use these different task cards. Now these are the Travelers Company passport size planner. Comes with one, these they call it insert or refill, and I think it's the blank one. So I did buy some additional ones. And so this first one I am using as a little notebook. So if Stan is still here, this, I'm doing a creative drawing challenge. So this is by Linescapes Creatives on Instagram. So I've done 4 out of 5 of the daily challenges. And so this is the, what do you call this? The paper is thick enough to be able to do watercoloring without it, see, it doesn't bleed through, or it's not really ghosting. So this is good if you want to take some artistic challenges. This is the Linescapes, not sponsored or anything. I just really like some prompts. So, and then I've got some other uh, art accounts on Instagram that I follow that I want to do more watercoloring, and then there's just little prompts. So this is a great way, of course, if you're trying to figure out ways to reduce your stress and find some me time and you want to delve into more artistic things, this is a good way for you to take some self-care and also be mindful because you're concentrating on your art stuff. And then so that's I won't go through all, or else I'll run out of time. So then that's just some watercoloring, and then this one is some line drawing, and that's supposed to be like a self-portrait, and then without lifting up the pen. So I have plenty of pages, and this is a great size if you do want to start doing some drawings, because it's not so daunting. It's not a big A5 page or not a big canvas, and it's just a little one, and then you can just be creative, and it's a great way to just have some me time if you are artistically inclined, or you want to be, or you want to start doing something that's a little bit different. Now, for these little cards here, this is one of the projects we did from my Plan with Purpose course, and so Steph is here and May as well as here, and so it's just little prompt cards that if by any chance there's different things on here, how to prioritize tasks. So sometimes when you are overwhelmed or stressed, you lose cognitive thinking, but that part of your brain go, what am I supposed to do next, So these little task cards we made as part of this journey. And then I created my own, because Marianne has to create her own planner insert. So this is a printable download that you can get from my shop at mariannecrest.com. So if you do have a traveler's notebook passport size, and you don't even actually have to have a traveler's notebook, because these can just be standalone. I made a few here already. These are standalone notebooks, so you can just pop this in your handbag, and then you have in it, it's a blank page, cover page at the front, so you can embellish that. How did I embellish it? I think I just embellished it with some post-it notes that I printed. You've got a calendar, right? So and then of course, these are just individual daily pages. You get 31 pages, for enough for the days of the month, and then at the back you've got some line pages. And then I just used a craft paper, cut to size, used my trimmer, and then I'll pop that in as well. Traveler's Notebook Daily, and then you can just choose any craft paper. So that one, if you just want, sometimes you just want something simple, you don't want to have too many planners. Of course, as lover of planners that we are here, you can't go wrong with having a planner. But when sometimes you just feel so overwhelmed or stressed, it's one of those things that you can just go and print, pop it in your bag. You can get, the corners can be, what is it, dog-eared, you can fold it, so then you know exactly what page you're on. So that might be a little way for you to just go, you know what, I just need something simple. If you've got a printer at home, print it. There's and then look, I've already made quite a few for me. I'm ready for, like, what's that, for the whole year if I want to go and change my mind. And the great thing with this is because it's a month, you're not pressured to go and continue doing it for, the whole year. So it's a great way for you to do that. Let me know what you think of my little traveler's notebook passport. And so the daily ones, so you get to write in, 1 2 3 priorities of the day, a little portion where you can time block, and then your two tasks and to dos. So I have to do this week's one. So let me quickly show you how I would do this. So I would get my Zid Clean color dot marker. Okay, and then I use the spongy cushy end, and then at the top here I have just the days of the week. So then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because of course any excuse to be able to go and use stationery, favorite pens and highlighters is a great way. So while I'm doing this, let me quickly talk to you about one of the the reasons why you would want to maybe choose to go and change planners. So because life changes, right? And so, what you're doing this month is not going to be the same as what you're going to be doing next month or even next week, right? Because you might have a project at the moment that will take up so much of your time that you don't get to plan anything else. So, having a big planner might not be something that would be suitable if you're only concentrating on one type of project. And so, of course, having a big planner will actually having blank pages will actually create overwhelm and stress. Because I mean, hands up if you feel you feel guilty that you have all these planners then that doesn't get filled in. And so sometimes, and then instead of being productive, you procrastinate, you feel anxious, you're doubting yourself. Oh, I bought this expensive planner, I'm not even using it. All right, so as life changes, so does your planner. And so that's a really great way of changing things up and keeping up with your evolving schedules and goals. And the great thing as well, what's today, the 22nd? The great thing as well is 22nd. I know I'm going to write the it is the same. Yep, the date's wrong. It's a great way to experiment as well, so trying out different planners, especially if, because we are all here plannerettes and lovers of planners, it's a great way for you to give that dopamine hits. Because for me, buying new stationery and pens and markers and things like that bring me joy. Of course, be financially responsible, and make sure you're not getting into debt for it. Maybe create a little sinking fund or cash envelope for your planner, save up for it. And then that way, it's a great way for you to experiment and see what works, what doesn't work, especially if you are new to planning. You might see that, wow, I love that planner, it's an A5 size or a letter size, and then you find that, oh, I don't get to fill it in all. So it's just changing things up. So try out different planner styles, will allow you to discover what truly works for you and what's best for you. And of course, it's about finding that planning groove. Okay, so then the other ways that you might want to be looking at, changing your planner is to give you that refresh, recharge. So just the same way that, hairstyle, a new haircut will recharge you and give you that refresh. Changing planners can also give you that same, happy hits by having something new. It's a really great, trying to talk and write the dates at the same time really makes you go. And 25 26 of April 2024, let me just, okay. And then of course, by having something fresh and new, it makes you more touch your planner more often than not. Because if you're a bit bored with the same thing over and over again, you've used something over and over again for a while, and then you start to then actually think that it's you that's not being productive, when in actual fact, we as creatures, human creatures, crave novelty. We crave shiny stuff. That's why we get so distracted with new things. It's because we like, because that's, as who was it earlier that says spice of life? Um, it Marsha says change is the spice of life. So it's one of those things that makes you want to go and, do something different. So those are the things that what, you might want to be looking at changing your planners. So let me know if you are, changing your planners, or you're not using the planners you have currently effectively, efficiently, and it's been sitting on the table or on the shelf, not being touched. You might want to just go and see maybe something different. And then sometimes what I do is like just go and photocopy a particular page that you like. See if you like the size. I actually go and look on Google, have a look at the dimensions, and then just go, cut that piece of paper and just go, hmm, does this look like it's my aesthetic? Do I like a big planner pages? Because you might like big planner pages, but you got small writing, or you might like small planners, and then you got big writing, and then of course it doesn't work well for you if it's too big or too small. So that's what I would do on that one. And then of course at the top here, I've got makeup all over my, because I'm moving my glasses. So I would put here, so today, so 5:30 a.m. is my YouTube live, and then at 8 o'clock I have our class for our Plan with Purpose class. So we're in week 7 already of our week 8 class, and then I will go and write down all my time blocking. So let's quickly have a look at some of the pros when it comes to, changing up your planner. So one of the things is it can be flexible, right? By having different planners or changing things up, like I said earlier, depending on the season or how busy your life is. A big planner you might need when you've got lots of different things. You've got school stuff, sports stuff, projects, home projects. So you might need a big planner. Or if you just, what, it's the holidays, so I'm just staying at home or not doing anything. Or I'm going on holidays, I don't need a big planner. Having different planners allows you to be flexible, and then of course it'll help adapt to the changing lifestyle or preference that you have. Changing planners doesn't mean that you've failed at planning. All it is just doesn't fit your current situation. You're not going to wear high heels when you're going to go hiking, right? And the same way that you probably won't, be wearing sandals or clogs or sneakers when you're going to a formal party. So you got to go and find a planner that is flexible to your current lifestyle. And then, of course, another pro is it allows you to explore. So it's really great because different planner types can lead you to like different ways. It's like, oh, I didn't know I can plan that way, or I didn't know I can actually, a bigger planner allows you to have more planner inserts, fun inserts like maybe book trackers, TV shows trackers, watching different movies, or, little, one of those debt free journey trackers. So then it allows you to go, that is a great way for me to actually be more productive, or go and be more financially responsible by having trackers that will fit into a bigger planner. Or if you want smaller planners, you might go, actually, you know what? I don't need a big planner. I just need to have one little planner that has just, and then that way I don't feel guilty when the pages aren't filled in. I could just go and add some little stickers and washi tapes, and then blank pages, because I know for me, even though I say don't worry if you have blank pages on your in your planners, right? That is not any indication that you're being lazy, you're not being productive, you're not being efficient or effective. It's just the time of the season. But I know how you feel. Sometimes blank pages are like, oh, that look, that's when you go get your washi tapes and your markers, and just color it in, and just highlights, and then do little borders, add little stickers. And so that itself, you know creating little pretty things like this is part of being mindful as well. You get to go hit two birds with one stone, fill in some blank pages as well as being mindful. Hi, Irene. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. All right. So, one of the things, the other thing, so being flexible. Whoop, let me just take that one off. Right, as well as exploring. You get to find out, and how fun is it to go and try out new planners as well. So then, of course, like I said, different planners will allow you to have different planner inserts, self-care stuff, mindfulness things. So then you're also looking at not only your productivity, but also your well-being, being mindful, maybe journal, so here for my Hobonichi, which I'm still going to be using, is a great one. Whoops, upside down, upside down. So for my journaling, page, and I've been finding that journaling my thoughts and my feelings in the morning has allowed me to be not so anxious. See, look, there's some blank pages there. All right, feeling a bit cranky, focusing on growth, affirming, account for yourself, don't look back. So by exploring the type of different journals and planners that you can have allows you to go, you know what? Actually, journaling in the morning and having those extra space allows me to get all that thought, all that worry out of my head and down on paper. So changing planners allows you to explore new different things. So, yes, see, look at the plannerets. You guys missed each other as well. Laura, hi, how are you? Never late. No, I always love everybody joining in at whatever time they can. And then, of course, another great pro for wanting to explore new planners is that it inspires you. Like inspires you, a fresh planner like it has, like this one. So like I said, I think, not having my weekly live last week kept me like stuck. I was stuck on the couch most of the time. I still did all the top priorities of the day, but I wasn't as productive because I was looking at my planners and going, oh, I want something new. So then I thought, let's go create some new planner inserts. And then that inspired me to create these and then also look at other things that I can have in my planner. So having new planner can inspire creativity. So I was creative and made new planner inserts, and then also sparks new ideas, right? And then as part of your planning process, remember being stuck in a rut is not so much that you're not being productive, efficient, or effective. It's just maybe the system you have isn't fitting in with what you're the space you're currently in. So it's a really good way by I wonder what a new planner can inspire me to do. So, really, really important as one of the pros of changing up your planners. So, let's quickly have a look. So, for me, the way I'll use my daily planner pages, like I said, pick 1 to 2 top priorities. So if nothing else gets done apart from your 1 to 2 top priority, then that is a win. Because remember, we want to celebrate the wins, regardless of how big or small it is. So if you already open up your day going, today, if nothing else gets done, I would love to have gone for a walk, for a 5-minute walk. And then if nothing else gets done except for that walk, then it is a major, major win. All right. So that's my planner insert for my traveler's notebook passport size. And then the other thing as well that I did buy, so this is separate. So this is a self-release sticker insert, and so you can get these inserts, the ones that that you can buy from the travelers company. Sorry, there is a rubbish truck outside, right outside my window, and it's making a lot of noise, so hopefully you can't hear it. So these refills come in both the passport and the standard size. That is the Travelers Company version one. So this is a sticker release. So see how it's shining? And so when you put your stickers in them, see, I bought these these are 1-page sheets. So instead of having, I think the sheet was about this wide and this tall. And so, I know that if I didn't have it visible, I'll forget that I had these stickers. So these are from Daiso as well. So you can buy different types like this from many, any of your stationery stores. So if you do have a Daiso, I know different Daisos have different stock. So just peruse down the aisle of any stationery or hobbies stores that's near you, and then figure out what looks nice. And so these ones are like the coffee theme stickers, and then you got tiny little people, and then you got flowers and garden, and then books and little furniture, and then some other ones. I think this is also a Daiso. And so what happens with this sticker release is you can put your stickers on there, and then you can just grab it, and it doesn't lose the stickiness because, as the name suggests, sticker release. And see, it just comes off nice and easy, and then you can pop it on your page. So once it goes on these pages here, they're pretty much, stuck. So, I mean, they can come off, but then the stickiness, it loses its stickiness. So then I've just added to, say, if there's some blank pages on my daily planner page, use my Tombow Jewel brush pens, and then just some layers, some stickers, some washi tapes. And then these sticker release ones are also great if you have your sticker books, and then you know how the loose leaf stickers, you've only got 1 or 2 stickers left, and then so you can just pop it. So this one this is a Happy Planner classic sticker. I think maybe coffee one, I don't know. It's a while back. Oh, I think it's a student sticker book. And so there was only a few more of these coffee cups. And so you can just pop that there. And again, if I need to go and, pop that. So these ones are more like the transparent one. So then, yeah, I can add them onto my page. I can add them, onto here. Let's add one to the craft file there. Look at that. Okay. So then that's the sticker one. So then, of course, changing your planners means you get to go and have a look at some other accessories. All right, so that's the sticker release book. So let me know in the comment section. And of course, if you are watching on replay, do you have a traveler's notebook or a small size planner like this that you can, put planner inserts? Now here with the you can add different inserts, and then they've got these rubber bands that you can pop them on. So let's say, for example, these two here. So that elastic is part of the traveler's notebook, and then there's a little bookmark. So if you want to have, additional inserts in there, you can also buy these rubber bands. It's another part of the Traveler's Company or Traveler's Notebook accessories. So I think these come in a pack of 4. So I think 2 browns and 2 black rubber bands. And so you've got some from the passport size as well as the standard size one. So I think it is there. So there's a brown one for, we'll look at that in a second. And so these allow you to, so if you get 2 inserts and then find the middle of them, and then you just get the rubber band, pop it in the middle, and then for me, I just then get the middle part of the traveler's notebook, pop it in there, and then you can add more planner inserts. And then if I wanted, I can have another one and get that middle part, and then pop that in there. And then you got, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 planner inserts. So of course, the thicker it is, then the edge protrudes past the thing. So I normally will only keep 4 so then it's not too thick. I do like the chunkiness of this planner, and I don't mind that it protrudes because it looks like it's been used. Sometimes I like pretty planners that everything's all lined up, but then sometimes I also like it when it looks like, it's been lived in. And so that in itself inspires me to go and, because I see all these great they call it chunky planner, on Instagram, and then like, I want a chunky planner. So I don't mind that it sticks out like that. I actually like that. I've seen other A6 size planners like this one, then the sticky note flag sticking out of it. So I love that look, that it's a lived in look. And then this one starts off, the leather starts off this sort of like a furriness to it, and then patina, is that the term? I don't know. I have never and then of course it starts to get smooth, and it'll have lots of these scratches. So at first I didn't like, that first time the scratches, and now I can just throw this in my bag or in my little fanny pack, and then just pop it in there, and then I don't mind the scratches. And so now the difference here is like, you can really tell. So I want to probably chuck this in my bag a few times, so then it has that lived in look to it. So yeah, let's quickly have a look at the chart. May says, I have a standard and a pocket traveler's notebook, but not using at present. Yeah, so that's probably because you might be busy and you need the bigger size. So remember, change it up as only if you need to. And then Steph says, I also have a few I am trying to work with right now to see what works. And then that's it. It's just, maybe let's see, in April, maybe May, I would go, you know what, I really miss having the big planner. And then that's the beauty of being able to change it, is you get to experiment. It suits the lifestyle that you have and the season that you're in. So don't be afraid. However, there's always a flip side to these sort of things, right? Is what are the cons of changing up your planner? So one of the first thing is that adjustment period, because of course, like any new things, habits, or doing new things is trying to get that momentum again. So even things like, oh, you're reaching for it, it's like, oh, that's not the plan I'm using anymore. So that adjustment period, or it's like, oh, where is that, where do I put that thing again? So you are going to have that adjustment period. So maybe if you are going to think of changing your planner, don't change it when it's, your life is hectic, and you've got so many things happening. So maybe when you are feeling like you're in a rut, you might want, then you have that time to be able to adjust to new systems, new planners, new size, new weight. If it's you're going from small to big planner, you now have to go, well, I need to find a space on my desk for it, or a space, change my bag size. So those things. So there is an adjustment period when it comes to changing your planner size. So new, and I said new layout, new features, and then of course, this could potentially disrupt, your routine temporarily, but then again, like any habits, is the more you do it, the more you use it, the more you're implementing your part, your daily planning, then the more you get used to it. So that's a con, is just that adjustment period. And then I touched briefly on the cost, right? So I do not recommend, having all these planners. I mean, you can see, I was a Filofax ambassador, so I did get these planners as part of my ambassadorship. So I didn't spend for 2 years, I was given the Filofax planners. And so, of course, November, I bought the Hobonichi planners myself, and then I bought these Traveler's Notebook myself. And I do create my own planner inserts for my ring planners as well. You can purchase them for the discount, but the cost, even like the cost of I'm showing you, even the cost of creating inserts, because before all these inserts that I make for myself. So that's why you may not see some planner inserts that I don't use personally. So for example, I know a lot of planner community opportunity, do Bible journaling, or script writing in the morning. So I guess that could be like you can have just like a journaling thing, but I wouldn't know how to create a Bible journal or scripture journals. But the things that it can cost is me printing up ink, what do you call this, craft paper for, and this is just for personal use. So if you do print your own planner inserts as home, those are the things that can, could add up, is having to buy a printer, having to buy ink, having to buy, the right weighted paper, the right cover page, of course any accessories that you want to have with for it. So it's really important that you do take that into account and you do not get yourself into financial stress. Even though planning for us bring us joy, but then if your bank account is going into the negative because you're purchasing new planners, that may not be a good thing. So do be mindful that there are costs involved when it comes to changing up planners. And then of course, if you're always, if you're like me, trying new things. So this is really probably from November is of 2023 is when I was started to purchase my own planners, because like I said, as an ambassador of Filofax, I was given all the different planners to use for my own personal use and then share my experience with you. So that is a cost, and I should really stop, because my poor husband, he comes home, or I come home and go, I got a new planner, and I was like, another one. So yeah, really important that you do take in the cost into account. Oh, hello there, Marcus. How are you? Hello, Marianne, and the chat. Yes. Oh, look at everybody. You guys. Yes, Marcus says my bank account just got hit with an Insta 360 times four. Is that Insta 360? What's that? Is that a camera? Is that a camera? I know Marcus has got this really cool little camera. Is it a digi something that follow you? So that's really cool. So do check out Marcus's channel. Ways for the in April he has gone live each, isn't he, every day, Marcus? Gone live, and these, and he's like, he's getting himself out there, filming on trains, filming on parks, and he's got this great camera that, yeah, so when he moves, it moves and follows him around, so it's really look professional. So yeah, but oh, hello there, Joe. Not the worst thing to collect. That's right. And these things don't perish. Hopefully, Joe, you're saying the planners, but of course the Insta camera maybe, yeah, 360 camera. There you go. These don't perish, so you can always go back to it. So that might be a thing, girl mathing, as we call it, is like, well, really, I may have spent a lot, but really, I could use them again and again and again. So there's the girl math. Yeah, not the worst thing. Marcus says it's a 360 camera times four. Times four is the name. Okay, I thought maybe you bought four. What? You bought four? Yeah, and every weekday in April. Yeah, weekday. Oh, okay. So you've given yourself the weekend off. That's probably a good thing for your mental well-being and self-care. So yeah, do be mindful that changing up planners, there is cost involved. And then, of course, another con of changing up planners is decision fatigue, which, of course, trying to go and decide which one to to try and figure out, how many planners are there. There's disbounds, there's ring planners, there's bound, dated, undated, planner, print your own planner inserts, A6, B6, A5, A4, letter size, Erin Condren, Erin Condren, many passion planners. Too many, right? So really see how, watch a couple of, planner accounts on Instagram, and then if you like the look, and like I said, before you buy any particular planner size that's new to you, go and have a look at Google or the website, that the whatever planner it is, have a look at the dimension, go trim a piece of paper that size, and just have a look. It's like And they also tell you the whether it's a grid size or the line size. So if it's a 4 millimeter grid, a 3.5 millimeter, 3.5 centimeters, or 35 millimeters, whatever it is, or 5 millimeters, draw that. Go grab yourself a ruler, and a pencil, you know, and draw on a piece of paper those lines, and then establish, is the lines too small, or is the lines, so for me, I actually made planner inserts, and I originally made it so then the line grid was too, so this is for the standard one, was too wide, and I didn't like it. See, this is for my expense tracker. So as you can see the difference, it's only probably 1 millimeter different, but on the page I found when I was, doing some mock tracking of my expenses, this one was too wide for me. It just gave too much space, and for my eyes visually it just didn't suit. So then I redid it. I redrew the lines on my iPad and Procreate. So I create my planner inserts like very manually, like I do line by line. I know there's probably apps you can create planner inserts in Canva, but I go and do it as if I'm drawing lines individually. I do copy and paste, so then I'm not having to draw line by line by line. But that is that's a great way for you to try and figure out whether a particular planner that you have your eye on, and check the grid size, check the line space, draw it on a piece of paper, write, even copy an old planner page of yours, redo it, do the task, do the time blocking, have a look, and then have a look and visually, do you like that aesthetic? Do you like that a bigger space, that you have more room to write on, is something that will fit your needs? So that's another con, is that decision fatigue. The process of selecting one could be so overwhelming. So do let me know in the chat, or of course, if you are watching on replay, if you are a serial planner changer, because I am guilty. We might have to have a planner anonymous, group. Hi, I'm Marianne, and I have too many planners. But yes, so Joe says it's a safe hobby. Yes, the planners are a good thing to collect. I'm with you, Joe. Thank you. I see it. The community that is like-minded will thrive together. Laura says, my problem is what to do with the old paper, because I don't want to buy another case. Yeah, so I have a lot of paper. So I do too. At the moment, I have them all, like especially my A5 planners and my personal, and sometimes when I bought more baskets. So environmentally wise, as in creating an environment or a space that's, not havoc or too much clutter. It can be a bit too much. I might have to look at them and just review them, and just go, after a year I might have to just recycle them and get rid of them if there is nothing too precious in them, because although a lot of my planner pages are pretty, I like to look back. And so that's another thing to decide, is do you want loose paper planner pages, or you want bound pages that, you can store, because I've got the Luxton 1917 A5 dotted planner, and I love looking back at them and flipping through the pages. So yeah, I have that problem too, Laura, is what to do with them. At the moment, I have them rubber band, and they are in IKEA boxes. Joe says it can get overwhelming when you look at a wall of planners. Yes, I think probably that's one of the reasons why I did say two file facts. Like, look, for the moment, as much as I'd love to be an ambassador for life, I've just got way too many planners, and it's just one of these things that I having to decide which planner to use this month. And of course, when they release new planners, I mean, what a problem to have, right? To have so many planners. But it is so important that, yes, a wall of planners in itself can be quite overwhelming, and we don't want to have too much clutter, even though it's pretty clutter. It's one of those things. I understand that too, Joe. Stephanie says, I still need to figure out sticker printing. Yes, that's something we have to go and do soon, Steph, because we have to try and figure out, as much as I've got both Silhouette cutting machine and a Cricut, I think I'm a fan of Silhouette, and trying to figure out how do you make one on Cricut might be a someday maybe task to do. So if you have Silhouette printers, that's something that I'll it is on the to-do list to figure out how to print stickers. Thank you for reminding me, so because yes, I've got that in my head. It's so expensive to buy stickers nowadays. Yes, it's more economical to buy sticker paper, and if you already have printer and you have ink, by making and creating your own stickers or purchasing from, great digital planner stickers. All right, so let's quickly finish flipping through this one. I'm mindful that it's now, we're getting to the top of the hour. So that's the sticker release. So if you have stickers, this is a great way for you to go and store. And then, of course, it condenses it into a small space rather than those big individual sheets. There's also this is a craft file little folder or envelope, and I've just got loose stuff in there. I've got more stickers, sticky note flags, what do you call this, business cards. I've got the wipes for my eyeglasses, and then I've got my little sticker book here. So these are, and speaking of stickers and printing your own, so these are weather ones are from Square Lime Design. So Christina has given me a discount code. So all the digital stickers, she has discount code below in the description. I think 10% in her, no, she now has a website. So do check that out, and then creating your own stickers there. And then some just more post-it notes and some passes for our fun park for us here. And then at the back of these clear pockets, so that, remember, I've got two, so one side zipper and then the flip side is the card. So I've got my store cards, and I just covered up all the numbers there. So that's that one. And then it does have the little like bookmark. So then, so because this is new to me, I have to try and figure out, how will I get to my most used page. So for the moment, this one I will use for my daily page. But because I am a homeschooling mum, and so majority of the work that I do is at home, I've got it on my desk, and then I just have this is another accessory. So see, can get expensive, right? Keep your books. So instead of flapping it, that's a great way to just keep it together. So that's another little brass clip, and then that's a great way to just keep your pages together. So that could be a good bookmark as well. So then that way it's just there. So that's that one. So Joe says, haha, pretty clutter. Exactly, pretty clutter. So there, that's a pretty clutter. And I've got to get to use all my IKEA. Another great excuse to go to IKEA. I love IKEA, and going there. So now this one is the Traveler's Notebook. So this is very new to me. I only purchased it the other week. And so why do I need it? I probably don't, But what I'm finding is at the moment, so I have the Hobonichi for my journaling. I also have the Hobonichi for my habit tracker. So I have this printed on a separate piece of paper and just, washi tape it there. So I've been using a habit tracker like this in 2017, in my Leuchtturm 1917, in A5 planning, in personal size ring planners. You can also get it in the Happy Planner Classic, or you can get it in the letter size. So I have used this as part of my getting things done and getting a well-balanced, I do the air quotes because my workout, I'm still working on working it. And as you can see, I'm halfway through the month. I felt lost, Some I do, some I don't. This week or last week I didn't do. So that's probably one of the reasons why I wanted to change, is I felt like I felt a little bit stuck. So see, even a planning account like mine that, supposed to be not so much an expert, but like I should know what I'm doing. It's like you get stuck as well. It's really important that you you don't get hard on yourself when you don't get to fill in the planner that you have purchased. Right, like anything else, we don't stick with the same hairstyle, throughout the whole year. We need to change it up, because those are one of the things that help us be motivated, and those dopamine hits. So I bought this. I bought another pen holder. So again, this comes with one planner insert. I don't know where is that planner insert. It's somewhere. I've pushed it away because it's a blank one. But I did make my own planner refills for it. So far I've made two. So this I think I have an Instagram reel that show like on Canva. I just got one of my pictures. So if you have Canva Pro and on the apps, it's called Animefy, Animefy. You can animate your picture of yourself, and so this is what it AI generated. So I just, printed it to size, and then at the back, I made, I just added from the flip side some line pages, so then that way it's not blank. So this is a additional accessory. So it's the zip file, clear file envelope again. So that comes separately, and then also the craft file folder is sold separately as well. I'll make sure I do add all these individual accessories to the Amazon storefront, but do check that out, the link below. And then, so like I said, where is it? I think I put it away. Let me see. Aha. Okay, so this is what it comes with. Just plain, and this is fountain print friendly paper, and so then you can use your fountain pen, but I don't have a use for that yet, so I moved it. So one of the things that I put in here and I created is my get things done printable. Let me see if there's a blank one. See, all these ones here are my trial and error when I'm printing it. So is it this one? So based on the David Allen's book, How to Get Things Done. So stuff, according to his book, are things that you want to do, need to do, but you don't know yet when or the outcome. So this is a great place for you to park those thoughts and ideas, so then that way you don't have to try and remember them. So you need to have a trusted system that you can refer back to. So I have list of stuff in my A5, in my personal, so now I've created one for my traveler's notebook standard size. So the way it would work is, I'll have an idea. So instead of trying to figure it out, or where do I put it on post-it notes, is I put it in my list of stuff. And then these little columns is, buckets or collections of things. So for me, pink stuff is me things. Blue is my boys' school and their stuff. Lilac is for family, home. Yellow is for my content, social media, social platforms. Orange is all other community things. And then this is green is for income producing activities. So I have that there. And then that way, oh, there's a thought. I don't need to do that this week or next week. Let me park it in my list of stuff. So there is a video YouTube playlist that I have for, it's a older one. I may have to redo that, but and how to the get things done playlist, so I'll make sure to add that in the description. And then on here as well, I have this a projects list. So again, according to, oh, hello Grace, how are you? Nice to see you, snuck in there. Hi, thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate you being here, and welcome to the Plannerette community. So yay, we are warm and friendly, and make sure don't be scared, don't be shy, make sure you say hello, and if you have any questions at all. So yeah, so the projects, according to David Allen's book How to Get Things Done, is if you have a project or things to do that has more than one physical actionable step, according to his methodology, it's becomes a project. So it's not like your project, traditional project thinking. So let's just say, for example, I want to do a my course and I need to study. So instead of having on my to-do list, study for this course, or let's say a lot of us here, Irene, Stan, Marcus, May, where YouTubers or have content presence. Oh, hello, Amanda. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. I couldn't make it without you. Exactly. Yes, the list of stuff. It's so important for me as well. I haven't done it for such a while, and probably that's why I need to have these changes. How are you, Amanda? Long time no see. Thank you so much for joining me. So let's say we're going to create a YouTube video, you know, so instead of putting on our task list, create YouTube video, which can be so daunting, too much, we'll break it down in physical, actionable steps. First thing maybe is, you know, think up of a topic. Done. One. What's the next one? Think up of the thumbnail or the picture. Think up of a title. So you will break down this task instead of one big, you know, or even things like get the car checkup, right? So that again, that's one task to, or you know, a big task to try. You need to break it down. Might be find out the phone number for the mechanic, give the mechanic a call, book a time to drop the car in. See, as soon as it's got more than one physical actionable step, it becomes a project, and you can break it down into this. So you have target date, actual start date, target end date, actual end date. Project outcome is, once this is completed, what does it look like? So you know the goal that you need to reach, and then all these different action steps. So then in this little printable download for a traveler's notebook standard size, it has enough space for different projects. So if you have a project that actually only one project, but you need to break it down. So for me, studying maybe module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, I'd break it down into that. And then right at the back is a someday maybe. So for any stuff, you know, that is not in the foreseeable future, but you would like to have it down on there so it's visible, because when it's written down, it's more likely to get done than not. So for me, maybe, you know, climb the Sydney Harbour Bridge, learn how to play the ukulele, learn how to play the piano. So then that is a list of stuff. So that is will be available. So if you are subscribed to my newsletter, you will get an update on when this will be available. I just need to do a test and print out for the letter size PDF, make sure it comes out the correct size. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my newsletter, make sure you do. It is at mariannecresp.com. And the link is below, but mariannecresp.com, go to that. There is a pop-up, you know, subscribe to my newsletter. And then for most of my new printable download, when I remember, is I do give an early bird discount. So it's quite a big discount. So for the first 24 hours of when I release new planner insert printables. So that is something you might want to sign up to, you know, if you haven't signed up yet. And I don't know where this voice came from, see? All right, so mariannecresp.com. So the list of, or the how to get or get things done, traveler's notebook, regular size printable will be available very soon. And then the other one that I have is, again, you know, I was like, where am I going to my expense tracker, my budget worksheet is currently in an A5, but I'm not using it as much because it is a bigger book, and then I have to get it off told you my whole week last week was just in disarray. But what came out of it is I was creative and created new stuff. So this is my printable download for my budget worksheets all in one. So this is enough for you to have your budget worksheets in one little, again, you don't have to have a planner to pop them in. You can just have it loose like this, loose, and it's nice and thin, right? So this one is a running total worksheet. There's actually a free version of this under mariannecresp.com, and there is a video on YouTube on how I use this to help me close up my monthly budget. And then you've got a calendar, so you can put in all your bills, anything that's subscriptions. And then I use the zero-based budget, that assigning every dollar to a particular thing. So a zero-based budget, every dollar not spent, assigned. So name each and every dollar. Again, there is a video on YouTube for that. So when I rewatch this live stream, I'll make sure all the things that I do mention, I'll pop the link in the description below. And then, of course, expense tracker. before you try and figure out how where your money is going, or where your money went, you need to figure out where it's going. So before you even try and figure out a, let's say, a shopping budget, you need to make sure that that budget is too much, is it too little, or is it just right? There's no point going, I need to cut down my grocery budget, and then of course, for us, if I cut down our grocery budget, it means I can't get my, my wheel of brie or camembert, or my little snacks, my dips, my salsa dips, my corn chips. So for those, if I we cut down our grocery even more, and with two teenage boys, we actually need to increase it. It's important that you don't cut something that you actually is part of your necessary thing. Your budget's going to be different from someone who has budget is have family of six. So really important before you try and figure out cutting any budget, because you might be stressing out about money. Figure out first where it goes, and expense tracker is a great way for that. So, and then at the back of this printable is sort of like a budget recap. So then you know how much money went in, how much money went into each category, so then you go, oh, here I am thinking that I need to cut the grocery budget, when in actual fact, it's just right. We're not spending too much on anything, but maybe I need to cut down on my stationery budget. Marianne, yes, I think that might be something I need to look at. So I need to maybe stop, buying too many planners. So that is the other printable that I have available. Coming soon, again, just doing some test printing. As you can see here, I've done lots of test printing. This one, I just did a screenshot just to see it will fit nicely, and everything like that. So that is my, see, I've got all these. So what I might do is I might go on Instagram. If you don't follow me yet on Instagram, make sure you do. It's at Mariane Cresp. I might just put a little thing of, if anyone wants these, just pay for shipping. But I don't know if anyone would want it, or if it might be too much to ship. But if it's a flat rate, let me know. DM me. I don't know. I don't know what to do with them, because they're sort of like their mock trial printouts, but I don't want to waste them. And then so I'll have probably 2 to 3 months worth of my budget planner in here. This one will probably last me for quite a while. The other thing that I want to make as well is the calendar and a weekly spread. So I just did some mock one, again, screenshotted my bullet journal printable download, and made it fit to size for a traveler's passport here. And I don't know, I'm not too sure. I wasn't too keen. I don't want it to be too, as much as I do love bullet journaling and creating new planner pages. Sometimes with all the stuff that's already going on in my life, I may not have the time. And again, if I feel like I'm not using my planners well enough, then it may work against me, or by being not productive. So I might just have sort of like a calendar, my habit tracker, so similar to this one, but pop it into a traveler's notebook standard size, and then just weekly, because I have a separate journal for my planner for my journaling, my gratitude log, and my mood log. So this might be just like a bird's eye view of a week. I don't know yet. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Or if you think that you want a particular printable download, if you have a traveler's notebook standard size, and just go, hey Marianne, it'd be cool to see a planner inserts for this. Let me know. But so what have we got? So there are pros and cons when it comes to changing planners and changing things up. So it's going to be up to you. Is the pros more worth it than the cons? So if it's costing you too much, maybe not, but if it is something that you can fit into your budget, maybe it is. Are you able to have that, adjustment period? So if you're changing planners, means it's going to slow down your productivity and your efficiency, and it's already a busy season for you, that might be too overwhelming, and it might add to your stress. So really important that you figure out, right? So, like anything, planning is an individual thing. So, it's really important that you do what suits you. So, as much as, of course, we love following planner accounts on Instagram and YouTube, it is important that you need to cater for your uniqueness, for you, the whatever is happening in your life, whatever your preference is. Big planner, small planner, lots of pages, minimal pages, lightweight, big, heavy, chunky ones. So do not worry about any rules. This is just for you. Your planner is just for you. No rules apply. You do what you do. If you want to use planner pages different way, like for those of you that have followed me on my Hobonichi journey, so I don't use when I first started, I didn't use the weekly columns in a time blocking fashion. I was inspired by Just Be with Yodia, and she created, similar task boxes like this. See, you don't have to follow the rules. You can break it because it is your planner. So you need to embrace what works for you, whether you want to do color coding like I do, whether you want to do bullet journaling, like, whether it's in a bullet journal or creating bullet journal printable, or you want to do something totally different. It's really, really up to you. You need to personalize the approach when it comes to all these planners. I've got so many planners, but sometimes planner too many planners can overwhelm you. So I might have to strip it back, and I think that's why I'm thinking of doing just these two. And so I have to somehow, everything that I do, I need to try and fit it in to these two for the majority of my day to day stuff. So regardless of what planner you use, it is yours. No rules, personalize it. So whether you stick with one planner, two planners, three planners, four or more, it is really, really up to you. Switch it up, make it your own, tailor it to yourself. Let me know in the chat or in the comment section, if you are watching on replay, how many planners do you have currently going at the moment? Is it only one? Is it a couple? Or are you like me, have plenty? So I do hope you have found all these information nice and useful. So go back. If you go, oh, I don't know what I want to do, go back for the pros, go back to the cons. But there is no rule. It's your planner. Make it fit your lifestyle at the moment. Whatever you're using at the moment may not be suitable next month, next season, next quarter, whatever it is, whether you're a stay-at-home schooling mom, stay-at-home mom, you work outside of the home, you need to have a big bag, a small bag to have your planner. Figure out what suits you. And it's okay to change your mind, okay? There is nothing wrong. And please be very, very forgiving of yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. I know I sometimes have to go and say, Marianne, it doesn't matter if there's blank pages. Just go and glue the pages together. Put a little paper clip to clip them together so you don't see you don't see the blank pages. So whatever it is, but just be kind to yourself and be really, really be forgiving. There is no rule. So Grace says, I have three. Fantastic. I think for me, I'll stick to these two, and then all the other ones I only would touch once a day. Laura says, thanks. So nice to see you again. I know, isn't it fantastic? I love being here. It's so good. Have a good new week. Thank you, Laura. I do appreciate it. Grace says, I'm a production planner for an aerospace. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. So you got probably so many different things going on and all different projects and things. So so you have three. That's probably why you have them all separate. So fantastic. See, one for bills and one for budget. And Laura says, I have five. I know. I'm really, probably for me, it'll be five. Although I am looking at some other planners that's calling out, what about us? Play with us, play with us. And Grace says, another for home and organize. See, you need to go and figure out what will suit you. You want separate separate ones for home, separate one for work. I think I have a video as well of, choosing, do you want an A5 versus a personal size planner, whether it's in ring planners or like Filofax or some other brands. I have on there. If you can't decide what size planner, I do have a video for that as well. So I do appreciate you. Now I'm going to have on the screen, once this video has, finished and processed, as well as in the link below. If you want more daily planning tips, there will be a video right here. So when it processes, so click or tap that part of the screen, or it's in the description below, on planning your day, time blocking, color coding, tasks and to-dos, and prioritizing your tasks. I do appreciate you all. I'm so happy to be back. I'm glad I'm back, and I'll see you again soon. And so for those of you that's in my Plan with Purpose journey course, I will see you soon at 8 o'clock my Sydney time. And of course, I'm going to be releasing the 8-week transformative journey plan with purpose course again in July. So I'm going to prep up for it. If you do want to join that wait list, there is a form, sign up form wait list for if you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or you just can't figure out how to be productive and all these limiting beliefs are stopping you from being your best self. Join the wait list, because I am going to be releasing it again in July 2024, because for me personally, it has helped me so much get over the overwhelm and be able to still function even with some anxious thoughts, low moments, and lots of procrastination. This has helped me a lot, and hopefully it'll help you too. I appreciate you, and I will see you again very soon. See you in the comment section.